Seneca Hampton. Where you at, boss?
Great value, man. All right, what's up, Greyhound Nation? Welcome back to another episode of the Big Game Breakdown presented by Bingo Media and powered by the Big Game brand. As you see, we have these glasses here. That means they're for sale. And all this is brought to you live from Knuckleheads, the home of the Greyhound Game Week Energy. We start here on Tuesday and we end up on Fridays hoisting up W's, serving up W's, and issuing out L's to opposers, you know. But first off, Coach, let's pay some bills. Shout out to our sponsors. I had some new ones step in this week. NeuroCare Medical, Halo Hair Salon, and, of course, I always shout out to Ocean Spring Booster Club for holding us down all season long. Yep, man. What a way to close out the regular season, Coach. The Hounds handle business in the Battle of the Bridge. Ain't that what it's called?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
We got so many bridges around here.
Yeah,
I think a couple of them get called
That's
that.
the
but
one, man.
But no, St. Martin, a big rivalry game, and a game these kids really get up for, and theirs as well. And these kids live really close to each other. They're in the same city limits, and there's two 7A schools here, so there's some heat goes back and forth, some rivalry there, and go over there and handle business. But more about taking steps in the right direction, heading towards the playoffs. We knew what we were going to be doing the first round of the playoffs as far as where our seed was, and we were going to be playing at home. Didn't know the opponent yet, but knew that the playoffs were coming up, and that we need to continue to get better in order for that stretch that we want to make towards the end of the season. And St. Martin came out, I think I said last week, and we'll continue to say. I mean, they're a good football team this year. They're 6-3 going into that game. Won some close games, lost some close games, and went out there and we handled business and did it from the very get-go. And a bunch of guys getting involved, doing things we need to do, but executed it the right way. And like we were just talking about with defense, it felt like it was very bland at the end of the night as far as the big plays that were had on that side of the ball, but it was because of how solid they played and what they were able to do in first and second down to start off drives that, yeah, it made it feel bland, but there's big plays to the coaching staff in there, whether it's the 0 yards on first down or the sack on second to put them in third and long and things like that. But great ball game, great way to end the season. We'll never ever complain about ending the season 9-1. If somebody told me that I could end every season for the rest of my career 9-1 at the end of the regular season, I'd take them up on it right now. But it was a great season, a lot of accomplishments that happened, and some great football games that were played. But now it's 0-0, and time to get rolling again.
Yep, and now it's here, the postseason. We're back at home also this Friday night under the lights at the Pep for a first-round showdown with a familiar foe, and the Brandon Bulldog is win or go home. And these Hounds ain't ready to go home from the looks of it after starting practice on a Sunday, real practice on Sunday and back at it Monday in the cold, no one complaining, like everybody locked in. Like, that's your team, man.
Yeah, and they're there's a lot to be said for those guys. We talked about it a little bit during the week, and if things worked out the way that I thought they were going to work out, and they did work out that way, that there was a possibility of practice on Sunday, and all those guys knew after we got done playing Thursday night that there was, there wasn't an off day on Friday. It's hey man, we got to get back in there. We got to do our post game film. We got to hit the weight room and let those guys know that we're gonna hit this thing on Sunday. And the coaching staff being as dedicated as they are, staying up there into the wee hours of Friday night, Saturday morning, getting ready for the ball game. And getting the game plan together, let it marinate for a little bit Saturday, getting up there early Sunday morning, getting things organized and scripts and schedules printed out and film ready to go and cut-ups and all that good stuff, and then get those guys in there, have a good 45-minute to an hour film session, and get out there and do a practice and take advantage of being able to play on a Thursday and getting that 3-day weekend and trying to get a leg up on your opponent, whether they practice or not, I have no idea. But, we're trying to get a leg up right there. I mean, you steal an extra practice for us, and defensively they get a ton of reps on that side. But for us, that means we ran 82 more plays this week than we normally run. And getting the repetition and our alignment and assignment and knowing what we're doing and what we're looking at, and letting our scout defense have another day of practicing what Brandon does and presenting the correct look, and that means a lot. And today going out there, and we end practice, and it's the end of a Tuesday, and it does feel like the end of a Wednesday because we've gotten that many reps. And I looked at those guys, I was like, y'all ready. Y'all have done everything I've asked you to do, above and beyond, more reps than you've gotten on any team this entire year, and y'all are locked in, y'all are ready. Right. And that's – kudos to those guys for being able to come out and do that, and the priority for being there on Sunday evening, and the priority from the coaches on being there late Friday night after you just played on Thursday and worked your tail off for the last 10, 11 weeks, and you stay up there all night Friday night getting the game plan together for Brandon, and then come back on Sunday and get rolling again.
Well, definitely, man. From the looks of it, from a practice today, and the offensive, everything just seems to be clicking. Everything's moving fast.
I mean, offense is a big dance, man. It's getting 11 people out there, and whatever you're choreographing rhythm and motions and movement and timing and ball placement and all these different things and communication, and it is a big dance you do with 11 people. And if if one person messes up and you're watching whatever it is, a dance team, a play, anything, if one person messes up, you see it. Offense is the same way.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that rhythm and that beat and that charisma with each other, and this is the time that you develop, as like we talked about a couple weeks ago, there is no accident to getting hot. It's it's doing the right things the right way and prepping yourself to be the very best at the end of your run. And I feel like these guys are doing it. I still feel like there's better to come. I feel like there's better practices to come, and but they're doing a really good job of making sure that they're doing things the right way each day, whether it's being full speed at times, or there's times when we're trying to save legs and we want to go 75% and just make sure everybody knows their assignment, and they're starting to understand how to practice like a college football team would practice, of knowing when we're saving ourselves, but when we're locking in mentally, or when we're going full out to make sure all the timing's there.
Right. Let's talk about your defense. Defensively, the guys look fast and physical.
Yep.
Your linebackers, Brody King and Jacoby Bailey.
Brody King, the coach.
Yeah,
Brody Signs.
Brody Signs.
Yeah.
Both of them were fast and physical.
Yeah. You got Gabe in there,
Gabe in
and
the
then
middle,
Lil Keno, Bird, and then Santiago,
yes.
And the D-line's been playing really well. We always talk about them being undersized and underappreciated, but they have been playing their tails off and starting to make plays in the backfield. And then you got Aiden Watson back there he's leading our team in tackles from a safety position. It's not because everything's getting to him. He's coming to it.
Yeah.
And Eli Chenault has done a great job this year coming back to us, first year back with us, first-year starter, and has solidified that position. And then you got Lucas Snopley, Landon Donald, and EJ all right there at those corner spots, and can get into nickel packages with those guys that, they're playing really well on the back end. They're I feel like I say this too much, but they're even undersized on the back end, but they play the game the right way. They play physical. They're in the right position. They take coaching. They understand it. They understand the game and have a high football IQ. And that's the way we want to play defense at Ocean Springs, is being in the right place and playing the game the way it's supposed to be and at 100%, and the rest of it takes care of itself.
Right. Look at that. It was St. Martin's senior night, and like I said, that's supposedly supposed to be like a rival game. I don't think it's that no more. I think it's just a regular game now that they play in 7A now. St. Martin is actually trying to turn the tide and flip the script on their program.
Yeah, they are.
And like I told Coach Wood, he's done a phenomenal job flipping the team. The foundation was already being laid, and all he did was just add to it and build it. And St. Martin, I think they're gonna
do good things.
Yeah,
man.
they're gonna do good things.
It's keeping those kids there.
Yeah,
it's
that's it.
And success does that.
It does.
And winning seasons do that. And they went out there and did that this year. And we're fighting for a playoff spot, and we're a couple points away early in the year from being in a different position.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd had a playoff spot clinched had they lost a game by 1 instead of losing the game by 4. And they're doing a really good job there, man. They're those kids are playing really hard. They're in the right places, and I mean, you're going to see on film and where talked to a couple of their coaches over the weekend, obviously, and you talk about a couple plays here and there, and like Sherrod's touchdown and his long touchdown, and the corner comes back to the sidelines like, Coach, I was trying to do this with my technique and everything. It's like, son, you did everything you could. Like Sherrod's a really, really good athlete, and he can run like most people you don't see can. Like, I mean, there's just not a whole lot you can do at that point, but they're playing the right technique. They're not out of position, and they're doing good things. And like I told Coach Woody, is just that was one of those nights where offense was hitting on all cylinders, and whenever they're doing that, I feel really good about how they are operating, and then defense going out there and getting stops and getting the ball back in their hands, and special teams doing what we need to do to ensure that we're not losing possessions and putting people in bad field position.
Yeah. Looking back over the regular season, what do you think this group learned about itself heading into the postseason?
You're not invincible. They learned that about themselves in week 6, and it's been one of those. They hadn't looked back since then. It's on either side of the ball. They took some lumps right there in the middle of the season, and they learned from it. They grew from it. They didn't let it hinder them. They didn't let any attitudes or egos get in the way. They fixed the things that needed to be fixed, and they moved forward. And as well I was telling them at that point in time, I feel like I coached on probably one of the better high school football teams that's ever come through the state. And this was in 2016, and that team lost a game. And not only did they lose a game, they got embarrassed by a team. Yeah. But it took that to get us to where we needed to get to in the end. And they got to where they needed to get to in the end and beat the team that embarrassed them to get to the end. It was just sometimes you need that punch in the mouth to set you back in gear and get your stride back. And I feel like that we got our stride right now, and I feel like we're hitting it at the right time. And then you come out postseason. To me, especially early postseason games, are a lot like your first game of the year. It's ball security. It's no pre or post snap penalties. It's special teams. It's those things, because every team you're playing is really good.
Yeah.
There are no slouches. I don't care what Brandon's record is. They've lost 1-score games to the top teams in this state and other states.
Yeah.
Like it's not a record thing. It's part of playing the best this state has to offer, and 7A is what it is, and you got a bunch of teams going at it in the South. And well, that's what I was telling team this afternoon was, we get done with practice, and none of these guys, some of them realized it, but you look at the Mississippi playoff bracket for 7A, and you look at the south half of the state, and of all the teams that are in the south half of the playoffs in the last calendar year, you've beaten every team but one.
Yeah.
There's one team in the south half that you haven't beaten in the last 365 days.
One team.
And we've had a target on their back since last November. Mm-hmm. So they're you get the early Christmas present of getting them first.
Yeah.
And
get it out of the way.
And they're excited about it, and they're we've been building a team to make this run, knowing that this run had to go through them at some point, whether it be first, second, or third round. Well, you get them in the first, and then you got to handle business after that. But feel very good about where this team's headed to, and what they're doing this week in order to prepare for a game that they really want, and these seniors really want, and they got to it. They got to them in South State last year with a team that we didn't know if they were quite ready to be there. It's a junior-heavy team, and we're a little bit one-dimensional, but we got there and we made it happen, and now we feel like we're a better football team because of it. So ready to go this week and ready to get into what's going to happen Friday night.
Yeah. Yep. So now the playoffs are here, and it's Brandon again, as he said, a program we have battled many times before. But, the Greyhounds are locked in, and they hungry. So now it's time to go inside the huddle with Coach Bramlett.
Yep.
We're going to transition over to these impact highlight plays so you can see for yourself what the Greyhounds did against the Yellow Jackets on last Thursday night.
Yeah, you're going to see several offensive clips showing some of these guys who put some points on the board, and then, some of the defensive highlights from that night. We're going to start off play that we've been working on for St. Martin, getting the big tight end in the end zone. He's had some great gains, but just hasn't found pay dirt here lately. So get a little play action to him, get everybody sucked up in the box. Sherrod does that pretty well for us. I mean, there's always a lot of eyes on him, so gets the big tight end a touch in the end zone, and then come out on a third and long right here, and then let Solomon do his thing and get a little draw play out of it, get the box lightened up a little bit for him, and he goes and makes big things happen. But I want to show the effort in this play of Sherrod blocking downfield. You see a tight end chasing it from the backside, and then Lanny making a huge block down there at the 10-yard line and showing off his wheels, running step for step with Solomon down the sideline, makes a huge block right there on the 10-yard line, and gets us in the end zone early in the game, go up 14-0. Right here, we talked about Jeremiah Goldman a little bit last week, and senior that came back to us and had a couple catches against Harrison Central, and then comes out and in a big situation right here is a 3rd and 10 from the 11-yard line, and gets a touchdown for the first time in his varsity career, and then also the quarterback taking a big shot, standing in there and delivering a strike right in the stomach of the receiver on what is his, not his first read on this pass. He's come off one or two people to get to that. Makes a big-time throw right there. That's a high-level throw. Right here you get Peyton Jones in the backfield. Comes free off the top side of the defense up there. Is not, he's reading his triple option rules out well, but, Mesh charges a triple option right there. Counts on the guy pulling it because he's pulled it a lot this year and makes a big play in the backfield. Yeah. I had to pull off a little bit. I had to give him a little bit of holler out there and tell him to contain himself a little, act like he's been there before.
He gets so caught up in it.
And then he reminded me he's only been there once before, so he wanted to make sure everybody knew that he was still there. Then this is what we were talking about earlier with Sherrod and his speed down here at the bottom of the field, and he's got a little bit of cushion out here, but trust himself not to change the route based off depth, but eat the cushion up, and then
he had to slow down.
Yeah, tell Chalmers throw that thing, show off that arm strength a little bit, and that's what is a blessing for him that he doesn't know yet, because he'll soon find out when this guy graduates. Is there's not many guys you can't out throw, and he's probably one of them.
Yeah,
let that thing rip, let him go get it. Don't make him slow down for it. Let him catch that thing in stride so he doesn't have to make somebody miss, and then go the rest of the way and put it in the end zone. Great night by Sherrod. He was our offensive player of the week this week, and he had, I think, about 140 all-purpose yards. It was 30 to 40 on the ground, 100 receiving. Had a really good night. Brody Signs right here. You see him down here at the bottom of the screen. I'm down here hollering for holding because the tackle's got a hold of him, but then he picks up the sack anyway, so I'd rather take the down too. So the official asked me later, "You still want that holding call?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good. Brody took care of it." So as long as he's doing things like that, playing fast as he does, man, we're happy with him. Oh yeah, this is right here, big hit down here by Eric Johnson, EJ, and I think Brody is right here underneath this too, making sure that underneath is taken care of. You're not going to get an easy throw right here. Jax Westbrook with the pressure. Gabe steps up. They play underneath and over the top of this receiver like they do on the sideline. Stay in your landmarks, and then EJ delivers a big hit, knocked the ball loose. Ends up being an incomplete pass, obviously. Right here, Ian Harlan. We tried a lot the other night to get the ball in Ian's hands, and there's not as many cameras on high school football as there is college football, so there's a lot of defensive holdings that get missed, especially on slot receivers to the backside of where the ball went. But he was getting held really bad all night to the point where you're going back on film, and it was just finding ways to get people's hands off of him, and does a great job right here. He knows what we're trying to do. Gets wide, gets enough width on his release, and then the quarterback gives him a great ball with some great protection up front. And
that shoulder catch was so beautiful.
Yeah, and then he goes up, and of course our camera misses it. Y'all's clips are better on social media. Y'all might as well just show these on here. Ours is just showing the line of scrimmage, obviously. And then Lanny finishing off the night with a big run. He's showing off some Le'Veon Bell patience right there, man. He looking, see the cut, and he's gone. And Lanny's got surprising speed, man. Yeah. He's got surprising speed. People underestimate that. Think he's a power runner, and he can put his head down and go get it too. But that was it for the night. Just showing off some of these guys and what they're able to do and showcasing their skills, and then having a dominant night too. Go into the half up 35, and then come out and let some young guys get some playing time, and some much needed playing time. That's a big part that people don't realize is with like the experience that Jacoby and those guys got their sophomore year, getting to get in against D'Iberville and play for a quarter and a half, even though the clock was running. Get to see the game speed against somebody's starters, and that's going to be very beneficial to them in the long run.
Yeah. Man, Coach, that was a fun game.
Yeah, it was a great way to end the regular season. Right. You always want to end it on a high note. There he is, the man.
Man.
Got him out of bed, I think.
We got Coach
getting that workout in. He ain't doing any sleeping and napping.
Coach House is walking in. But, yeah, that was a big win heading into November. All three phases clicking, a high energy, momentum right where it needs to be. You can feel the playoff intensity building around the program.
I wish I could go back and pull it up, and I left it off on accident. The hold by Peyton Williams on I think the next to last extra point, and y'all put or Chris put some clips on Facebook of it or Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is. Our holder, who is also one of our place kickers, goes up and catches a ball over the top of his head, brings it down while he's standing up on his feet, puts it on the block in time for the kicker to never lose rhythm and put it through the uprights. Probably one of the most impressive special teams plays that I've seen. I've never seen a holder do that. I've never seen a holder come out of his stance and still continue to get the ball down and on time. Yeah. And Peyton Williams did a great job with that. Now, I told him he wasn't getting Special Teams Player of the Week this week because he did not kick the ball in the end zone like I wanted him to, and he put on a great show out there punting pregame. But we got that problem fixed. We're gonna kick the ball in the end zone. But man, what he did on that play and the effort he had and focus he had to get that ball back on the block before the kicker even gets to it. Yeah. It was very impressive. And then the kick was perfect right through the middle of the uprights. It looked like nothing ever happened.
I'm talking about Evan was right on cue with the celebration and all that.
And those are the things that go missed. And I'm very glad that we got that clip on camera that we were able to put on social media was the little parts of special teams that go so unnoticed that as long as everything goes right and the end result is right, you don't notice those little things like that. If the end result was wrong and that score was 48-7 or 48-21 instead of 49-21, one, I'm mad. Two, Coach Collins is mad. Three, everybody's like, well, y'all got a PAT problem. Yeah, well, we did, but the holder fixed it. So, no, our snappers, our holders, our kickers have done a great job this year. They've been consistent, and then they pick up each other, obviously, when – slip-ups happen. The snapper, he got one a little high, but the holder picked him up, made sure it got down, and we put through the uprights.
Right, man. It was like you said. If you haven't seen it, go look on the Ocean Springs High School football Facebook page. I shared it from there from Chris's post. Chris is one of our media team members. His CSAN, if you see us sharing CSAN, he's affiliate of Ocean Spring Media Team.
Yep.
He called it perfect clip. Like you said, this stuff. When me and you first started, coming up with the plan of how you wanted this to look, like this was the thing I was telling you. Like, man, this is what Ocean Springs football was missing. They didn't have this type of social media presence.
And y'all have done a phenomenal job of making sure that got done week in, week out. Everybody's there. They're on time. They're taking pictures. They're taking videos. They're in the right spots, and y'all are spread out all over the place. You were in the first clip of the first play that I showed, just standing. Ended up being right beside Hayden when he caught the ball. So. Knowing where to be, being there, capturing the moment, and then editing it and making a product out of it. The product's been top notch. The music going with it, and the cinematography that y'all do, and the editing has been spot on, man. It's been really good stuff and high level stuff, especially for high school when you don't have all the resources that you do in college or at the professional level. I feel like that we're putting something together here that makes a difference, and these kids are they don't know it yet, and it's something that my wife said to me this year that had escaped me, and I didn't even realize it either. Is like, don't you wish that somebody was doing this when you were playing or doing whatever? And it's like, yeah, because I would love to be able to show a daughter a clip that was that well produced and that well edited and captured the moments. And I mean, all you get's a DVD with some old film clip in it that may be like what we were just talking about with Ian right here. He has a phenomenal catch in the end zone. Well, because it's an automated camera, it misses the end of the catch. And these kids are going to have that when they get older. When they're 30, 40, 50 years old, all they're going to do is get on whatever social media platform still has this saved and be like, here, I just want to show you me when I was in high school and what we were able to do as a team and all this other good stuff that's going to go far and beyond what we're trying to do in the present that's going to be there for those guys in the future.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure and an honor. I enjoyed it. This was something I always wanted to, bucket list type thing.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of folks are like, why you choose Ocean Spring? Now we choose each other.
Yeah. It was consensual.
It was consensual, very much so. Like we. I'm here. I got the time. I stay right up the street, so.
And you're greatly appreciated, too.
Yeah,
so.
I know, yeah. I can tell when I'm wanted, and that's all the person be wanting, the love return.
Yep.
And I enjoy being here. And Lord, enjoy working with the Greyhound. I don't try to come over here and disturb the legacy or the tradition that other Greyhounds set forth. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to shine the light and do – give these kids that experience.
Shine the light on the ones that are here.
Right, and give them that experience that you just got through talking about that they can always have. And in return, like for coaches, that's why we always capture the coaches in their element also, like getting you guys interviews, talking points, so you can go back and look at yourself as a coach at least.
Yeah, and I mean, little does anybody know, and there was a Big Ten school that was at our St. Martin game coming to see one particular individual because of a viral video that a coach in Iowa saw that sent to his best friend who's a running backs coach at a Big Ten school. And then the next thing you know, he's down here in St. Martin all because of a viral video from a D'Iberville game. And that's a life-changing event for a kid who didn't have a Power 4 offer at that point in time, and those kids in the Power 4 get paid now, and I mean that's a life-changing event for him because of a viral video that was captured by one of our media team and then put together and put on social media the right way at the right time, and it got shared all the way across the state or across the nation. And I mean, I looked at it the other day after the guy actually told me how he found him, and I mean, the thing had like 120,000 some odd views that I had no idea, and that was just on one platform. So, I mean, that's a credit to you and your team on, the way you are doing things on Friday nights, and then how you're putting it out to the world and how quickly those things are starting to pick up some steam.
Most definitely. We just taking over. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to take over how the Coast media was because there wasn't no control with it. It was, you know, so I figure like if you're gonna do it, you got to do it with somebody that has a big platform, and you know, of course I'm tied to my program.
Welcome to Ocean Springs.
But you know, when me and you like sitting down with someone and having the actual plan and vision and executing, man, that's fun. And you know, and stepping out of your normal comfort zone. I can easily do this at Goshen High School. I can easily do this anywhere else. But God wanted me right here in Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Well, Crystal always tells me, like, this, people, you can call me a football coach, you can call me whatever you want to. I'm a really good planner.
Yeah.
I plan really well, except for having children in the middle of football season. Other than that, plans are great. I'm really good at planning things. So as long as you catch me in that mode, we ought to be good to go.
Oh, it's very good, man. You got to catch you in the off season.
There you go.
Beginning of the year in the off season, man.
A Korean warrior, baby.
Korean warrior. Getting you one of these, buddy, huh? Yeah. You gonna join the 4 Horsemen again? You ready? Woo! Oh my goodness.
And Coach Robin Lee just got engaged this past weekend, so congratulations to him.
Korean Warrior. We're going to have a wedding on the beach with no shoes on.
Don't step on a catfish head.
Oh, oyster.
There you go.
But, big shout out to the entire Greyhound squad for closing out the regular season the right way. All right, now before we go on to start talking about the Brandon Bulldogs later on, Coach, we're gonna let you go probably eat your quesadilla or whatever we're gonna do tonight. You know, let's roll right into our Players of the Week spotlight. Offense, defense, and special teams Players of the Week. The Greyhounds who made their mark this Friday, and we'll be right back. I don't know what we're gonna do when we come back.
We're gonna let you have Coach Howes and Coach Zepp on.
Okay then. We're going to have Coach Howes and Coach Zepp. I might just let Coach Howes do Coach Zepp. That'd be fun.
No, you in charge.
Yeah.
We have our Defensive Player of the Week, Aiden Watson. Aiden, you were all over the field this week. What was the defensive game plan coming in?
Keep everything inside of us. You know, they had a couple athletes who could really stretch the field, but just keep everything in front of us and make tackles and route to the ball.
All right. How did it feel to make those key stops that set the tone early?
Good. We knew the offense was going to come out, put up points, so we just felt like we had to do our part, let them keep giving them the ball back, keep letting them put up points. Hopefully we would kill the game.
Yeah. What's the biggest difference you've seen in the defense since the beginning of the season?
We're more of a group now. It used to just be like all the seniors who played last year, or all the juniors were now seniors this year, and then we had a couple new people, but now we're more of a group.
How does this unit feed off each other's energy when y'all are flying around?
They're good. I feel like if our D-line or our linebackers make plays, it makes our secondary play a little bit better. If we get a turnover, we just come together and play a whole lot better.
Okay. You really stepped up into the leadership role this season. How do you keep the younger guys or your other seniors around you locked in?
I just tell them that next play, because I've been there, I've messed up plenty of times, but you can't always be down on yourself.
This is not your first honors of Defensive Player of the Week, but what does this one personally mean for you?
I don't know. It's good. I mean, it's special to always be recognized like that, but it just feels good.
One word to describe this defense right now.
Fast.
I appreciate you, Aiden, and congratulations on being named Defensive Player of the Week against St. Martin.
Thank you.
Child, another big week for you. What was your mindset going into this game?
I just wanted to go out there and win, go out there and do what I do, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to kind of get out my shell for the last regular season game, you know, because I've been me, but I haven't been myself, you know, so I just want to show everybody I still got it.
Definitely. You had some huge plays that shifted momentum. Walk us through your favorite play of the night.
It had to be like that 70, 80-yard touchdown fade, you know, just coach trusting me, and every time he trusts me, you know, I make a big play. So just making that big play to seal the deal going in half, I feel like that was the play.
Definitely. with doing chop things. Coach Bramlett talks about execution a lot. What did you feel the offense did best this week?
Just knowing what to do, knowing what spot to be in. You know, everybody was dialed in. Everybody made the plays when they need to be made. So it's just repetition, what we do at practice, and it made us be great on Friday night.
Right. So how do you prepare throughout the week to stay consistent under the lights on Friday? Because you practice hard.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize how hard you go at practice.
Just never miss a day. You know, if I'm injured, I'm still gonna practice. Everybody in this building know that. I give it my all. I give it my all every single day. Coach know that. So it's just people following behind me. You know, just seeing like how hard I go, how what I'm doing every day. Just that's what makes it.
That mic live. It's live. All right. So you are one of the emotional leaders on this team. How do you keep your teammates locked in when things get tough?
Just don't sugarcoat anything with them. Just tell them the real and nothing but the real, because, you know, I want somebody to do that to me. So just telling them the real, you know, telling them things that I've been through on the field and how I got over it, you know what I'm saying? So just keeping it real with them.
Okay. What part of your game have you been working on the most this season?
Really everything. You know, I switched positions fully. You know, so I had to rebrand my whole self as a player. You know, just catching, route running, knowing what to do. You know what I'm saying? Just getting the feeling of like I'm not gonna get it every play anymore. You know, so just really, really had to be like the mental side of it. You know, that's really the biggest thing.
Okay. With the playoffs here, how important is it you carry that momentum forward?
Get the mental right, get the body right, and just keep doing what we're doing. That's really it. So
you're in the thick of things in the first round of the playoffs. But you're also in the thick of things of recruiting. Like, how are you able to stay focused and locked in, and still you have this big decisions to make, this first grown man decision to make?
It's just everything when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, and then middle school, and then now it's just everything that I've been through just prepared me for it all, you know, just learning, listening to the OGs, listening to you know what I'm saying, just listening to everyone, taking gems, you know what I'm saying, just it has my mind molded to know, like, I can handle it all, so that's really.
Time here.
Yeah.
Everything's it. The chop era is coming to an end. It's crazy. It went by so fast.
It did.
All right, that was your offensive player of the week for week 11 against St. Martin, Sherrod Whitehead. Appreciate you, Chop.
Appreciate you.
This week's special team player of the week is touchdown Tommy Miller, sophomore running back. Tommy, special teams often go unnoticed, but this week your effort stood out. How does it feel to be recognized?
And it feels good, for real.
Yeah. So what's your mindset when you line up on special teams, whether it's returning or coverage?
Well, I returned, so like my mindset was I ain't scored last game, so I had to score on something, and they was milking the clock for real. So
we almost got a touchdown Tommy moment, man. Take us back to that kick return, man. What got you these honors right here?
Man, Coach Collins really, he was like go through the middle, because when we first got Logan caught the first one, he didn't go down the middle. He's like, go down the middle, and I was like, I got you, Coach. Yeah. That's what I did.
Thanks. Okay. So, was there a particular play or moment where you knew that was the one? When you made that impact, that was that play, was it?
Like what you mean, like?
That your kick return.
Well, I knew it was my moment then, because when I put the first tackle, I saw nothing but green grass, so I just took it.
Yeah. How big your eyes were when you seen all that green?
It was big.
All right, so how do you balance being, in the running back group and a special team contributor at a high level?
Well, I'm really just helping the defense with the running game right now, and then I work on special teams every now and then.
Okay. What does Coach Collins emphasize most about special teams each week?
He really emphasized like great blocking on the return side and then good coverage on the recovery side.
Facts. Like, how does it feel knowing your effort in that phase helps win games just as much as offense or defense?
Because if you get a good kick return, you far down the field, and if you get good coverage, you ain't got to cover that far.
Right. What's one message you would give to your younger players about the importance of special teams?
Y'all boys gonna start off as special team first. You gotta work hard and then keep it how it is until you make it far.
Most definitely. That was our special teams player of the week, touchdown Tommy Miller. Who's it from? The card.
It's from Waterburger, I think.
Okay, our Waterburger special team player of the week, touchdown Tommy Miller. Appreciate you, Tommy.
All right.
Gator Greyhound. You ready? Oh, we on? Oh, man, what's up? All right, y'all. It's time for our coaching spotlight. And this one's special, especially with today being Veterans Day. We got Coach Nick Shep.
Zep. Yep.
Zep. I said it wrong. You know I'm country
you're
now.
Good. You're good. It's all good.
You've been down in the South for long enough to know. All right, we're cool. All right, which is one of our Coach Robin Lee's many offensive linemen. I think every player has their own coach. You know, so he's one of Coach Robin Lee's many offensive lineman coaches. And he's here at Ocean Spring as an active member of the United States Coast Guard. Go to work every day, suit up. Coach Zep grew up in Delaware, but he said he can explain that.
Yeah, so I grew up in Maryland, actually right near the Delaware-Maryland line. Yeah. But I went to high school at a Catholic school in Delaware. So, you know, kind of roots in both states there. And, you know, I know down here the states are a little bit bigger. You know, but up there in the Mid-Atlantic, you can get from Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Jersey in about 40 minutes. You're in 4 different states. So, you know, I grew up in the Mid-Atlantic, like Tidewater region.
I got you. You know, you told me the name of your high school is Sales Cinema.
It's you know, the Catholics, they love their Latin. It's Salesianum. So
okay.
Salesianum High School in Wilmington, Delaware.
All right. Yeah, I don't gonna say no. I know y'all couldn't say no Hail Marys in there. None of that was going on. And you are a class of the 2015, so you just had your 10-year reunion. Then.
I did. I did not go.
Oh,
no, it's a long way back to Delaware. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it.
It's a long way.
Where he also played high school football before continuing his journey at the United States Coast Guard Academy, where he's not only served his country, but he also suited up and played college football for the U.S. Coast Guard. These days, he's balancing his duties serving in the Coast Guard while helping develop the Greyhound offensive lineman in the trenches, teaching discipline, toughness, and leadership both on and off the field. From one veteran to another coach, I just want to say we appreciate your service and your impact on these young men, and happy Veterans Day, Coach.
Happy Veterans Day to you,
yeah,
too.
you can, as they'll see, man, they got our pictures finna come up showing